Thank you so much for watching Landumc Goes There. Please subscribe and hit the like button and the bell notification button. Writer and director David Mickey Evans gave us a coming-of-age sports comedy film that he co-wrote, directed, and narrated about a small group of young baseball players during the summer of 1962. That film was called The Sandlot. Its setting is the San Fernando Valley and Los Angeles County, although it was filmed in a completely different location in Utah. Midvale, Salt Lake City, and Ogden served as a replacement for sunny California. The storyline follows Scotty Smalls as he relocates to a new community with his mother and stepfather, all the while being eager to learn the game of baseball. Benny Rodriguez, the esteemed baseball expert of the neighborhood, mentors him, and Scotty quickly integrates himself into the local group of baseball enthusiasts. Their escapades include baseball games, sleepovers in a treehouse, interactions with the attractive lifeguard at the nearby pool, rivalries with a pretentious Little League team, and adventures at the local fair. However, just lurking beyond the fence of the Sandlot is a notorious dog known as Beast, which poses a significant challenge for the children. The movie received generally positive reviews upon its release and went on to gross about $34 million in worldwide revenue. As time has passed, this movie has become a cult favorite. Some of the critics compared the film to a summertime version of A Christmas Story, based on the tone and narration of both films. Most of the filming days that they endured were very hot. However, during the filming of the famous pool scene, it was overcast, and the water was around 56 degrees. All the kids were extremely cold during this process, and they can be seen shivering on screen. Before Squints pretends to drown in the pool, you can see his teeth actually chattering. But during the filming of the chase scene, temperatures rose so high, Tom Gyrie became so overheated and dizzy that he fainted and fell into a cameraman. He states that he didn't realize that he was really getting overheated until it all of a sudden happened, and he went down, smashing into the Steadicam guy. With the temperature being around 105 degrees and it also being humid, you heat up pretty quickly, especially when you're running around in 1960s clothes. One of the great scenes in the movie is when the kids end up visiting the local fair, which leads the kids to chew tobacco and fall ill from doing it. They end up vomiting all over the place during the ride. That vomit that you see was made up of split pea soup, baked beans, oatmeal, a little water, and some movie gel. They used a special type of air gun to propel it, and they actually nailed a few people that weren't supposed to get hit by it in real life by accident. They made that chewing tobacco out of beef jerky and licorice. And some of the actors even say to this day that they can't stand either beef jerky or licorice at all, because in real life, a bunch of them got sick just from chewing the fake tobacco. In order to establish the close bond between Smalls and Benny, the director made Tom Gyrie and Mike Vitar meet and rehearse together weeks before the rest of the kids showed up to film. It worked so well that the other cast members genuinely believed that the two actors had been friends for a long time. To this day, Gyrie and Vitar remain friends and keep in touch with each other since the filming of the movie ended. A lot of the kid cast members said they had a blast filming the movie. They compared it as going to summer camp. It's even said that a group of the actors snuck into a nearby movie theater to watch the film Basic Instinct because of the Sharon Stone leg crossing scene. As I said earlier, this film really does have a cult following, and it's truly one of those films that you can turn on and watch over and over again and not really get tired of it. Some parts of it are fairly corny, but there's just something about this type of film that takes you back to your childhood. You remember those days in the neighborhood, the friends you had in the neighborhood, the admiration that you had for these professional baseball players. As we watch these kids, much like ourselves, mature and go on to be adults. I've always loved films when the narration tells in the final segments what actually happened to the characters in it. The late Kobe Bryant loved this movie so much that he watched it every 4th of July with his family. Patrick Renna, who played Ham in the film, has stated many times that he loved the scene where they're shooting in the treehouse. At one point in this part of the movie, Ham is making s'mores. He laughs about it now and said that they told him that they would put a spit bucket down beside him so that during the multiple takes, he could just spit the s'mores out to shoot another take. But he never did that. He ate every s'mores that he made. When the boys are in the pool watching Wendy Peppercorn, the dialogue is said, "She don't know what she's doing." Benny Rodriguez quickly says, "Yes, she does. She knows exactly what she's doing." That scene is very similar to one that was in Cool Hand Luke from 1967. In the scenes that feature Wendy Peppercorn, we always hear a song by the Drifters being played. The songs that we hear are There Goes My Baby and This Magic Moment. Marley Shelton plays this beautiful lifeguard, Wendy, and she's often told that while they were filming that scene where she rescues Chauncey Leopardi in the pool and gives him mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, as a cost-saving measure, they only did one take of her diving in after him because multiple takes would have taken too long and been more expensive because they would have to dry her off, redo her makeup and hair, and it just made it more complicated to do. She has stated that she hates the finished product of her diving in because her legs spread apart on that dive, which looks like a poorly executed one. She knew that if she could have another take, she could have corrected that, but that never happened. It was just left in the film. Also, one of the interesting things about that scene is what director Evans told Chauncey Leopardi when she does the mouth-to-mouth resuscitation on him. His instruction was for the little actor to keep his tongue in his mouth, and he did. Go back and take another look at this really fun film. It's always a good watch. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll continue to chase the classics.